You got people out here that's catfishing. You got people out here that knowing you finna get ready to meet them or whatever the case may be. They got filters all over their pictures. I got catfished, and a bitch had me on FaceTime. You hear me? I actually saw him. You know, I should. You know what? I'm gonna tell you what y'all do when y'all are FaceTiming a person or whatever, and you just met somebody, you trying to get them offline, have them like to stand up and walk around and everything or whatever, because people been done. I don't know what people be doing. I think now you could put a filter on your FaceTime, because you know, like if I sit like this, you could kind of get into this double chin or whatever the case may be. But if I hold the phone like this right here, I'm fucking these hoes up. You get what I'm saying? It's instant lipo. You get what I'm saying? So sometimes you gotta like, baby girl, sit back a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever, to kind of get into all the different angles, how this person look from the side or whatever, because you can I could be on FaceTime and I could have it like this right here. You ain't finna see all of this. You get what I'm saying? People be catfishing, and people be trying to say, how in the hell you gonna get catfished and you could video chat somebody? Now, people be playing with you on them video chats. Tell them to stand up. Tell them to walk around or whatever the case may be. Tell them to hold their phone a certain type of way, so you could make sure they working with what they working with. Because I had got catfish some terrible. You hear me? I'm talking about, I really like this guy. I really did. I liked everything about him that wasn't physical. Like, he checked off on everything. I thought that was bae. You know what I'm saying? You know how you meet somebody and you start fantasizing, you be like, I love him. Y'all only been on the phone for 2 hours, but you done fell in love. You know what I'm saying? Like, we having a consistent flow of conversation. It's so crazy nowadays that like we have to get turned on, and we get excited now about like the simplest things that, like, really and truly you could just about bag a woman these days just because you consistently text her, like on some real shit. Like, niggas not consistent these days. Like, just because he texts me he texts me good morning beautiful consistently every day before I go to work, and you feel like it's special as a motherfucker, and you be like, that's bae. And it be the simplest thing. He got good conversation. And y'all ain't talking about nothing but some dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you think the black hole is? Like, you know what I'm saying? It it ain't nothing like really, really serious, you know what I'm saying? But stuff like that. And then next thing you know, you like, I love him. It be the simplest things, because people ain't doing the simplest things. So I ain't gonna even tell no lie. I'm talking to y'all about this because I change my ways. You know, I'm a changed woman. I have wisdom. You know what I'm saying? So now I could tell y'all at that particular time, yeah, we was on the phone for about 2 hours, and by that time, I had already done married him in my head. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's me right there. So anyway, we just talking or whatever the case may be, and we had been talking on the phone for about a week. And then next thing you know, he asked me what I like to eat and all this old kind of stuff. And he was really good, because nowadays men I ask you what you like to eat, what you like to do. Then when you tell them all of that, getting to know information, when it's time for them to plan a date, they can't plan on what you want to do. Well, it don't matter to me. You pick like all that goofy shit. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't like that. He knew what I wanted to eat and everything. Only thing he told me is just get ready, just be cute for me. I'm like, oh, okay, I love him. Yes, I'm gonna have his babies. Mm. So yes, God, honey. So anyway, the man, he planned his date, and I arrived. We went to a steakhouse. Okay, he around my age. He ain't no old man or whatever. Now, I'm gonna tell y'all something. This is no cap. I asked the man, I had told the man uh prior to, because he had really, really pretty teeth. I'm talking about beautiful teeth. And you don't see like men, just your average man walking around with like, I'm talking about like real, the teeth gorgeous. gorgeous teeth. That was real nice. So he had ended up disclosing to me that he had dentures, and he said that he had dentures because he had some type of, when he was younger, he had some type of vitamin deficiency or whatever, and it affected his gums, some stuff or whatever. Anyway, long story short, he had dentures. I wasn't tripping off of it, but I would be sitting there sometimes like, you know, how I'm gonna feel. Am I ready for a man with dentures right now? I'm like, but I really like him. Conversation is really good, so I could get past that. You know, as long as he make a deal with me, don't take them motherfuckers out your mouth while I'm still up. You know what I'm saying? And by the time I wake up, you need to have them back in your mouth. Like, I don't need to see them laying around anywhere. They need to be, while I'm up around you, they need to be in your mouth at all times. That's what was gonna be like our terms and conditions or whatever. Once if we had have gotten to that point. But I was able to get past it. I'm like, hey, you know, people wear glasses, you know, like sometimes people just need some teeth or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I could use a couple of teeth myself, you know what I'm saying? I got side teeth missing and all this old type of shit. You know, so I'm like, you know, I ain't even got all my teeth, and I'm talking about this man here. So I'm like, I could let him make it, all right? So anyway, we goes on a date. I had to tell y'all about them dentures. This is for a reason. So we go on a date. I get out the car. He gets out the car. This man looks like one of them little people of Atlanta. I was just like, okay, you know what I'm saying? No offense to little people or anything like that, but that ain't what I thought I was meeting. You know what I'm saying? I'm okay with the guy that's shorter than me. I don't have a problem with that. But I ain't know that I had signed up for that at this particular time. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking you finna at least be back, because he had told me he was 5'9". This man, I'm 5'6". He told me he was 5'9". He was way shorter than me. He had to be at least 5'3". You know what I'm saying? And you got to prepare me for something like that. You just can't pop out and you 5'3". You know what I'm saying? You got to let me know that beforehand. You know what I'm saying? So you really done deceived me. Not only was he 5'3", but when he walked, you know those people that walk in their legs like real close and it look like they walking like this or whatever. You know that little fool's football game people play in the arcade where they kicking the ball, they pulling the thing and the little people is kicking the ball. He's walking to the. Y'all, I'm so sorry. I don't know what the hell happened. I think the internet, it done went out or whatever the case may be on my doggone computer. But anyway, I had to jump back on here and go ahead and finish this. And I edit that part out or whatever. So anyway, so we walking into the restaurant. And he is like moving like real funny or whatever. So we get into the restaurant. I ain't like the way he chewed his food or anything like that. We eating steak and all of that. I ain't like the way he ate his food. You know, he eating the ranch. You know how they bring you out the salad or whatever. They bring out the salad. He got the ranch all across his mouth and all this old kind of stuff. And I'm like, you know. And so dealing with that or whatever. Long story short, it wasn't anything physically attractive about him to me, right? So I was like, dang, I done sat up here and got catfished. So anyway, after the date, you know, still trying to be nice, not trying to make him feel bad or whatever the case may be, trying to be a good sport. After the date, he asked me for a kiss. So when he asked me for a kiss, we were standing outside. So I'm kissing him or whatever. So I'm kissing him and I'm hearing, every time he'll lean in to try and kiss me, I hear a noise. And I'm like, what is that noise? And this internet needs to come on, get on together. This so ghetto. So I'm hearing this noise. So I'm like, what the hell? What's this noise? So his dentures, he was like, his dentures had ended up coming loose. My thing is, you know, you wear dentures, my guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, why you ain't bring the glue? Why you didn't have your dentures anchored down? You know, like if a woman wear lashes or wigs or whatever the case may be, they always keep them some glue or something in their purse for emergency cases like this. Why would you go to a steakhouse? You know you ain't got your dentures anchored down good, but yet you sitting up here eating this well done steak. I told you to get a medium, but you sitting up here and that's ghetto as hell that you eating a well done steak. He's sitting up there eating his tough ass, well done steak. He done knocked his dentures loose. He want to kiss on me or whatever the case may be. So I'm down at the establishment. I'm just completely like embarrassed out here at this point in the front of this establishment in these people parking lot. So I'm like, oh my God. So now I'm like, damn, all of this done happened. I really gotta quit talking to you now because, like, the thing is, you don't even know how to keep your dentures locked in your mouth. So I'm knowing if we would have gotten to the point where I wanted to put the disclaimer out there or tell him, hey, you know, I'm okay with the fact that you got dentures, but the only thing that I ask of you is that you keep them in your mouth as long as I'm around and I'm away, whatever. The fact that his dentures was loose let me know that it would be a problem, that he wouldn't be able to uphold that end of the bargain. So I was like, you know what? I got to leave this guy alone or whatever. But I ended up leaving him alone. So you have to deal with that. You got to deal with people catfishing and all this old kind of stuff.
I hope you black men were paying attention. I hope you black men were paying attention.